Alright guys, I just want to do a video to go over something I've been working on over the last few months and have been putting into writing over the last few weeks, and that's my vision for the future of healthcare and sports performance. Now, anyone that knows me knows that I'm a very holistic person. I'm very much of the philosophy of mind, body and spirit, and what I developed is a holistic system that I believe could be the future of healthcare and sports performance. Now, I've divided this system into three sections: biochemical, biomechanical and psychosocial, and I borrowed these three terms from a book, The Clinical Applications of Neuromuscular Techniques by Chato and Delaney. So what I want to do in this video is go over each of these three sections and how they make up this holistic system that I believe could be the future of healthcare and sports performance. So the first section I want to go over is the biochemical section. And in this section we're looking at everything from functional lab testing to look at the hormonal system, the digestive system, the detoxification systems, the immune system, to see if there's any pathogenic overload within the system, food sensitivities and things of that nature. Also within this section of the system will be a nutritional and supplementation protocol system, something along the lines of metabolic typing. Now, whether that's Dr. Kelly's version of metabolic typing or Bill Walcott's version of metabolic typing, just something with that type of philosophy. What I don't want to have is a dogmatic dietary approach, a one-size-fits-all dietary approach within this section of the system. What I want to have is a nutritional and supplementation protocol system. Detoxification protocols will be within this section. Maybe even Charles Poliquin's biosignature would be something worth considering, as that would also be another window into how the hormonal system is functioning. Looking at heart rate variability and the autonomic nervous system, we know that HRV and the ANS are key biomarkers of health, longevity and performance. Of course, the ANS is the master regulator of metabolism, and metabolism is another key component of health and longevity. Looking at mitochondrial functioning, we know that the health of the mitochondria is another key biomarker of health, longevity and performance. Looking at circadian rhythm, we know from the writings of Dr. Jack Kruse lately how important our circadian rhythms are and how important it is to be in sync with the day and night cycles. I first read about the importance of circadian rhythm from T.S. Wiley's book Lights Out. Biodynamic agriculture would also be within this section of the system. Biodynamic agriculture is just a form of organic agriculture that was developed by Austrian philosopher Rudolf Steiner. Strength training and energy system development would also be within this section. We know that strength training can have a profound positive effect on our biochemistry and our genetic expression. Cold thermogenesis, this again is Dr. Jack Kruse. Cold thermogenesis is a critical component to Jack's leptin prescription. If you want to read more about cold thermogenesis, Jack goes over the evolution and evolutionary biology behind cold thermogenesis and why he believes it's a critical component to health and longevity. So check out Jack's site at jackkruse.com. Another thing to consider in this section will be things like mercury fillings within the teeth. Mercury is very, very toxic to our system and puts a lot of stress on the organism. In the second section of the system, is the biomechanical section, and within this section, the selective functional movement assessment and the functional movement screen will be the systems within this section of the system. And of course, within the selective functional movement assessment, you as a therapist or a clinician can use any modality or technique that you want, that you feel you need to use to get the acquired results with your patient, which is to get them pain-free and get them back to a minimum standard of movement quality. Also within this section will be the corrective strategies, the corrective exercise strategies based on the philosophies of the functional movement systems. Also within this section will be holistic dentistry for the TMJ, because we know that any dysfunction at the TMJ is a lot of stress to the body. The third section then will be the psychosocial section. Before we get into the psychosocial section, I believe that improvements in components of the biochemical section will greatly improve a person's psychology. So by improving somebody's hormonal system, detoxification system, digestive system, immune system, through nutrition and supplementation protocols, detoxification protocols, improving someone's circadian rhythm will greatly improve their psychology and greatly improve the components of the psychosocial section of the system. But components of the psychosocial section of the system would be things like meditation, Tai Chi, Qigong, emotional freedom technique, neurofeedback, psychotherapy, spiritual counseling, just helping people find their place within the world, their meaning in the world, their meaning in the universe, and things of that nature. So that's basically the three sections of this system that I believe could be the future of healthcare and sports performance. You have your biochemical section, which looks at the biochemistry of the body, your biomechanical section that looks at the structure and function of the body, and your psychosocial section that looks at the mind and spirit. And you can see how each of these three sections interrelate to each other. For instance, dentistry was in both the biomechanical and biochemical sections. Biomechanically because of TMJ stress, biochemically because of mercury fillings in the teeth. Strength training could also be in both biochemical and biomechanical. Biochemically because it has a profound effect on our biochemistry and genetic expression, and biomechanically because of its effect on the structure and function of the musculoskeletal system. Another thing with this system would be, it would be great to have an institute where we could teach these philosophies to people, very much like the Czech Institute. Also, another thing to keep in mind is that this system is a process. It'll always be evolving to get better and better and be the best it can be. So that's basically it for this video. I just wanted to do this video to go over what I've been working on over the last few months in developing this holistic system that I believe could be the future of healthcare and sports performance. So if you have any comments or feedback, please leave them below. If this is something you'd like to be a part of, definitely get in touch with me. And this is something that is a long-term goal of mine. It's something I definitely want to co-own and co-create with a great group of people to help as many people in the world as we can with our short time on this planet. So I want to thank you for watching this video. Take care, I'll talk to you soon, and stay strong.